It is far time that African American slaves be released from their bondage.
Absolutely not. Too many of them are fanatics and cannot be trusted.
An example would be appreciated.
Remember David Walker in his 1829 pamphlet Walker's Appeal. Now he was a fanatic who was capable of bringing down the white society in America. It was a terrifying time.
While Walker was a religious enthusiast, he only preached what he believed in. He was strongly influenced by the African Methodist Episcopal Church and was also prophesied by those who believed in him and what he preached.
Nonsense. He preached in Walker's Appeal that Negroes needed to rise against whites, even killing them if they felt it was right. It's downright inhumane.
While I do not agree with the terms Walker suggests, I do believe he was correct in claiming that blacks needed to become educated in order to change their standing in society.
Ha! Educated by standards that our white forefathers have set. And he claimed we were the hypocrites.
Now, Douglas.
What I am saying is that Walker's Appeal struck fear into whites everywhere. Southern whites had to sleep with one eye open in constant fear for their lives. Just years after its first circulation, Turner's Rebellion took place. It was madness that the pamphlet was able to circulate in the first place.
It is not to say that all Northern abolitionists agreed with Walker. It was worrisome to us that he was preaching such hostile methods, and we did not wish to be connected to such hostility. But to be fair, where David Walker grew up in Wilmington, North Carolina, he would have been surrounded by slavery and oppression even though he himself was free. Also, when living in Boston, where he wrote his appeal to the colored citizens of the world, he would have been surrounded by members of the Federalist Party, prompting him even further to want to write his pamphlet to help end slavery's injustice.
You can call it injustice all you want, Lincoln. I call it free labor needed for our Southern farming economy.
Douglas, I believe you are missing the point. The inhumanities inflicted on many African Americans is what had driven Walker to this point, as well as his belief that the Bible was being cruelly misinterpreted by whites and blacks were too uneducated to notice.
Nothing good came out of 1829 in that appeal. Nothing.
The man brought the African slave community together. Maybe to you, Douglas, that would seem to be a negative, but in the long run our country needs to be united.
I'll disagree with you, Lincoln. Walker's wretchedness and consequence of ignorance will forever be a terror to whites, with his preaching to the African Americans to educate themselves and even murder whites. He could have been the Haitian slave revolts all over again.
Well, thank God it wasn't.
At least there is one thing we can seem to agree on.